Yo, ha ha. They'll never say.
What is good, YouTube? Your boy Mill Never Say coming back with hopefully a quick video. So I've seen it countless times, right? The sneakers app, payment issues, a lot of people complaining. I will say this: Nike, if you paid attention, the Nike app did a software update. That is very important, and I'll get to that in a moment. But understand this: the Nike app and the sneakers app, they work in conjunction. You can't really have one and not the other. Otherwise, you're not getting the latest and greatest, or you're not getting a chance to get the latest and greatest shoes. Just know that the Nike app and the sneakers app, they work in conjunction. I say that because if you look at both apps and how it's designed, you got a billing section in the Nike app, you have a shipping section in the Nike app. In the sneakers app, you have the same thing: shipping, billing. This is key. Now, do the physical address that you put on the shipping address have to match on the physical address that you put on the billing? Not necessarily, but I'm gonna tell you where it does matter. I'm gonna bring an example, because the LeBron James 8 graffitis, the ones I got not too long ago. Keep in mind, everybody knows by now, I moved from one location to another. So I'm just going to use Discover as an example, Discover card. They had my address, my old address, 1234 That's Way. Of course, that's not my address. On file, right? So 1234 That's Way is what Discover thinks that I am at, physical address wise. So that card is associated with 1234 That's Way. But if on the sneakers app, I put the credit card information accurately, the number, the expiration date, but I'm using a different address, what's going to happen is the three-way handshake is going to fail. Meaning, I go to purchase a shoe from the sneakers app, and on a card, the billing address is different from the actual address that's listed on that card. Like, basically, like I'm saying, Discover as an example. So if Discover is showing a different address than what I put on the sneakers app, on the billing section, not the shipping, the billing section, it's going to decline your card. It's going to decline that transaction. I say that because that's what happened. That same message that everybody's seeing, that's what happened when I did that, up until I used my other account with another card that was associated with the new address. Stay with me now. The new address that I'm at now, which I'll call 4567 That's Way. That address matched what was on my card, at least for that physical address. It matched what the physical address was the same on both the card and the sneakers app, and also the Nike app. So that's why I said those two work in conjunction. And I'm bringing this to light because after the software update, the Nike update that they pushed out, if you noticed, it logged you out. Not the sneakers app, the Nike app. It logged you out and forced you to log back in. That's another crucial point. Why? Because that's credentials. That's a security thing. So think about it. Your username, your password. They're trying to crack down, and I can tell you right now, they're cracking down on people that are with these bogus accounts, and you got like 50 accounts. Do you remember the password and all that stuff at the flick of a moment to log you in and stuff like that? Like, unless you have it automated and set up where you know which account is what account, what password, they're throwing people off. I get that. So it don't really throw me off because I only use 2 accounts. But anyway, so Nike pushed the update last night, forced you to log out to log back in with those same credentials. Now, I'm saying that because those are the 2 things you want to check to make sure you don't see payment error the next hot release. And hopefully Nike has fixed this whole payment issue thing that's been going on and people's getting pissed off about. And I can understand. You feel like it works sometimes, but I can tell you right now, the way it was done before, from what I heard, people were setting up these bogus sneakers accounts. Just make sure, like, the shipping and the billing really doesn't have, in terms of the physical address, for the Nike app and the sneakers, it doesn't really have to match. I can, as long as the billing address that's on the the sneakers app and the Nike app is the same, it should work. Again, it should work in conjunction, because whatever you put in the Nike app should reflect what you see in the sneakers app. But you should also verify with your credit card merchant, your bank merchant, whoever you're using, to ensure that that physical address matches. If it doesn't, I guarantee it's going to fail you. Nike is cracking down on that. I just want to let everybody know that could be part of the frustration. I had to log into my account, my main account, and I had like, I think 3 or 4 different cards on that account, but only one of them I remembered to change to the actual new address. The other 3, I had to physically, manually go into the Nike app and change the address to make it reflect on the sneakers app. So I'm showing you an example right here. That's the stuff you got to watch out for. That stuff can get kind of tricky, because if you're so focused and geared on the sneakers app and trying to operate that app alone, don't do it. Don't make that mistake. Just understand, when you're operating these applications, the Nike app is kind of like the brains of everything, and it should sync all your information, including shipping, billing, your favorite size, your sex, female, male. That stuff should synchronize to the sneakers app automatically. Shouldn't have to go back and forth. So just keep that in mind. Please pay attention to that. Once you get that addressed, I'm pretty sure you'll increase your chances of getting back to that pending state that we originally saw. And hopefully the recently Nike update that happened, I think it was like Thursday midnight, if I'm not mistaken, you'll see the versions right here. And keep in mind, your versions will not be the same from a Android and a Apple perspective. So when you go to About, you go to Settings, you go to About. This is for Android and Apple. You're going to see that the Android should have this version. I'm just going to say it because I don't remember off the top of my head. And when you open the Apple, you go to Settings, same thing, Settings, About, and you should be seeing this version. These two, even though they're different, they're the latest versions for Android and the latest version for Sneakers app for Apple. As of, what's today's date? February 5th on this Friday at 9 o'clock. Those are the updates. That's why they say pay attention to your updates as well. The software version is everything. But anyway, hopefully everybody's all caught up, whether you have Android or Apple. I'm looking out for you guys. Want to make sure you have a fair chance at copping the latest and greatest shoes, but make sure you have accurate billing address information. I'm telling you, that is key. Don't use your baby mamas, your cousins, your grandmas, and whatever bogus address you got out there that's not associated with the card that you're actually using. You're just going to make and create so many problems for yourself, and it's going to be frustrating. As a matter of fact, it almost reminds me of what happens on Yeezy Supply when you do that whole address thing and you don't check that little mark that says my billing address matches my shipping address. I'm dropping dimes right now. I'm dropping knowledge off the top of my head. But anyway, that's what I noticed. That was my experience when I got in terms of the sneakers app. That's the experience that I noticed, and I picked up on what happened when I changed addresses. Just make sure your physical address on the sneakers app, on the Nike app, and your credit card matches for the billing portion, not the shipping portion, the billing portion. So, boy, Magnificent. Hopefully that was informative. I know it's a lot to process, but trust me, you get this situated. Check everything thoroughly and double check. You should be good. Boy Magnificent, you know what? I might be back tomorrow. I might be back. I'm just saying, we're almost getting close to getting done. I got the desk in here. Actually, I'll show you that stuff later, but I'm getting there. Bear with your boy. Boy Magnificent, I am out. And I just said the freaking day, Friday. And you guys, stay blessed.